Meramec Spring State Park. Parking lot's here. $7 to get in. And we put out some tracks already. Jesus tracks, didn't we?
All over it. We asked them, babe.
We're gonna go around the trail and check out it's beautiful here. The spring and the fish sanctuary. But we're gonna look right here for a minute. You can feed the fish if you have a mind to. Oh, check them out. The fish are all over the trout. Man, I wish I had a quarter. Look at all those trout everywhere. Man, those some dandies. Look at the size of those babies. They're everywhere. Oh man, there's some big ones out there. Meramec Spring. I think the first you can fish here. But look at all those trout. Oh wow. Beautiful little spot right here. On this side, there's more over here. The trail goes all through here and they got more fish feed you can buy from. Look at all them trouts. They're everywhere. All across, you can see the little ripples. They're up, that's all trout. That's too cool. On top of the bridge, man, there's some big dandies out there. Look at those. That is some big trout right there. Big old trout. They're gonna feed them. I throw some feed in the water. Look at them all go. They're everywhere around there. Trouts everywhere. Little house over there. Look at the size of that one. I had to come back over here. Dude, that thing is like 2 feet long, man. That is a big old trout right there. All right, we're heading down the trail. We left the quarters in the truck. Bound you to hell, Satan. What's against you? So we don't got the Satan around here. I figured I'd stop on here. I'll pull back. You can pause that and zoom up on it left and right. And it's got the information there. That's where we're going around the little area here, all the things. I thought it was a fort, but I guess it was ironworks. It's pretty cool stuff. I love that information. The old wagon. That's pretty cool. That's, I guess, a museum, but it's closed right now. The old cypress trees. The old roots poking up there. So this is the trail that loops around to the spring up here. It said it only took about 30 minutes to walk around here. It's not real huge, but it's real cool. We'll peek over here. Look, there's some more trout. This thing is full of trout. Look at all them. Let me zoom up a little. There's trout swimming everywhere through there. Beautiful. Nice sized ones too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Disclaimer for all the animal rights activists: I'd be eating the trout. I love I love trout. Let's see here. You got the regulations. You can pause it on that. That way you got the regulations there. Gates open 7:30. Today they're staying open. It's Friday, so they stay open until 6:30 today. But beautiful, crystal clear water out here. I mean, that's just amazing. I guess, I don't know if the part's back there. I didn't bring, I do actually have the map in my pocket, but this here, there's a fish sanctuary, so I believe they're safe up in this area, up here. I do believe that's a brown trout. Just crystal clear, beautiful water, and here up in the fish sanctuary part of it, there are even more everywhere. I don't know where they allow them to actually fish here, but you can actually fish here. I saw but I don't know exactly where at in the actual part of the park. I don't know if I know right up there on that sign up here by the spring, it's a sanctuary. They're just right all the way down through here, walking by the trail. Look at them. Waiting for me to throw some food in the water. They're everywhere out there. That's crazy cool. Well, look at this. Holy cow. That's a lot. Check that out. I think that's 420. Is that million or thousand? I ain't no grand mathematician. Average daily flow, or that's the maximum daily flow, is 400 and, yeah. Anyway, that's a lot. There's a little waterfall on the other side over there that we'll put on there when we get over to it. The spring's up here ahead of us. Yeah, the wife said million, by the way. I can't talk. Thought that's what it was. It's 420 million gallons a day coming out of this one. They said it was the largest. I guess the other ones were an hour. I never tried to add them all up. So anyway, that's a lot of water and a lot of trout. All right. Just amazing. Oh man, there's some more big trout right there. Big old trout. Oh, now we're coming right up to where it comes out, I guess. I always love these little things on the benches. They put in memory of people. I like things like that. We're coming up to the main part of the spring that comes up. It always amazes me how that's coming out from underneath of that mountain, just gushing up out of the ground. The deep blue. I wish the sun was higher over the top of the sky. You could tell how more blue it was, but there's just all kinds of trout all over, even in that, all over the top of it. Everywhere. So that trout just hanging out there. There's a bunch of them. I was waiting for those people. You can see the big rock bluffs all the way around us now. That's just so cool. You can see how the water swirling out there, coming up. But that is just too cool. The Lord's amazing beauty. You can see it's hard to tell right now because the sun's on the other side. But you can hear the wind blowing. Over here you can see it coming up more. You see it boiling a little bit, swirling where it's coming up. That is a lot of water. And there's trouts even coming over this way. Check them out. Oh man, there's some big ones right there. Dandies. Rainbow trouts. They're everywhere. It's a trail just walks along the edge here. Really cool rocks right above your head. It's pretty neat, ain't it, babe? Pretty cool. Boy, howdy, look at that little tunnel hole coming out of there. Ain't no telling where that leads. Pretty cool. Just makes the loop over here to the waterfall. I wish you could have seen that. Them leaves was hitting the water, and then big old trout come flying up to grab a leaf to hit the water. Look at them. Swirling around. That was cool. The wind's blowing fairly good. And they just coming up, hitting those leaf particles, hitting the water. Man, look at that dude. I can stay on him. Look at that big old thing. Sorry, the wind's blowing. Man, that's a big old trout. Look at him. Boy, howdy, that was a big one. He's even got the pink on him. Look at him. I'm trying to get on him. He's shooting all around. I wanted him to turn sideways. He's coming right by me. He's right underneath me. I could jump on his back. Turn it around. Sorry. The sun's hitting the water. Sorry about that. Man, that's a big old trout. All right, we're coming up to the waterfall around here. I guarantee you there is probably easy 10,000 trout or better in there. That beautiful sun coming off the top of the water over there. Crazy cool tree to climb right, shimmy right up that baby on a hot day and dive in. We're coming up to the little waterfall on this side. This is just so beautiful. The water is so crystal clear and so many beautiful trout. I'm gonna have to go try to see if we can get a quarter out of the truck and bring it back down and throw it out just when we finish the lap. Is that all right, babe?
Yeah.
There's some stuff on the other side that was from the old bridge, and I'm gonna walk through that a little bit and get a little bit of that. Just beautiful. And I don't know, but this is pretty cool. It's right, and there's trout in there. I can see them right by the road. I don't know if they put them in there. I guess the water maybe comes under here where I'm standing. Somehow, I don't know. But anyway, there's spring water over there. Look at that beautiful stuff. Babe, we're gonna have to get our picture here. Look at that beautiful waterfall. Hope you enjoy that. Amazingly beautiful. We're gonna head around here and the rest of the trail. I am guessing it comes through underneath of the gravel over there. There's a pamphlet in my pocket, but I'm kind of ADHD and I'm trying to make myself slow down. Anyway, it comes out, it goes underneath of the rock and comes out there, which is really cool. I love that. And then there's trout in here too. I guess they got these baskets where they put the smaller ones, but they're out in there. I can see them moving down there. Let me try to zoom up on it. It's hard to see because of the shadow on the water, but they're smaller ones all out in there moving around. Here's a better shot. Now you can see them. Let me get over here. They're smaller ones see them shooting around real quick. I'm sorry because the glare on the water, but there's all kinds of little trout in there shooting around. That's pretty cool, ain't it, dear? Let's see if I can get my foot here. There you go, there's a better shot of all a bunch of them out in there. 6-8 inches long, and so the youngsters. There you can see them better. Look at all of them. They're all over in there. That's another couple thousand, a few thousand, all down through there. Meramec Spring State Park. Just amazing and beautiful. Look at all that. They're just like sitting there hanging out. Boy, howdy, that is a lot of trout. Babe, was it Arkansas or Missouri that put a limit this year because of what happened with the flood? Let's see what this says. Do not feed the fish in this pool. The large feed is too much for them. Right on. Do what, babe? Yeah, them smaller ones. So cool. They're everywhere. Check those little guys out. Those are future for around here, probably 2-3 whatever pound trout going around out in here. Nice size fishies. Oh wow, I didn't even notice that when we came underneath. We came across that bridge, or no, that's the center bridge. I guess we didn't go, that's the center piece, but little waterfall coming off. It's the middle of the trail. I heard seen that vulture, and you can hear that airplane, wherever that vulture went. He's right over here. It was kind of funny because I looked and I seen the vulture right there. And I heard that airplane at the same time. Sounds like a vulture coming in for a landing. That's crazy. Anyway, I'm easily amused, all right? Just a beautiful little walk. And that sun, look at how beautiful. I love the sunshine. We're of the light, we're not of the dark. Hope you enjoy that. That is just so beautiful. Well, there's my leaf. The Lord said the leaves would lead the way, so there it is. In the middle of... Anyway, if you know, you know. Right, babe? Oh man, there's some big jumpers in this dude. Next size up. These are the next bigger ones. Next size bigger than the other ones. A little bit bigger, I guess not much bigger, but that's a lot of trout. Holy cow, that's a lot of trouts. Look at all of them, man. I hope my brother Jeremy watches this video. This is Meramec Spring. And, babe, what town is this we're at?
Meramec, I think.
Yeah, I guess. I think it's Meramec. We're from a little small town up in the hills, over by West Plains. I think it's cool how they do that for the aeration. Help aerate the water or whatever it's doing for the trout. Just beautiful. Yeah, these are a little bit bigger than them other ones. There's some nicer size ones in there with them. Man, I wish I gotta start carrying some quarters in my pocket. More fish area. You can feed these again on this side. They're a little bit bigger. Fish all the way down. And of course there's trout in there too. I know there is different places. I don't know which spots you can actually are fishable over here, because you can do some of it on the fly fishing and some lures. They got different different lures and you can use in certain places, barbed hooks, unbarbed, different stuff like that to help keep the trout healthy. Look at them jumping all around. Those are a little bit bigger ones too. Babe, it smells like fish over here.
Smelling kind of trouty, ain't it?
Come on. The bigger ones were up there by the front. Are we gonna cross across to get a picture of the bridge over there, babe? Oh wow, that's pretty. Yeah. Remember back at the back of the trail where we saw the water, it's going under here, which is pretty cool. Man, those are some nice sized ones there. It goes under. This is pretty cool. It comes out here. Trout right there. Bottom. Waiting. Yeah.
Can you go down there and take a picture of me up here?
All right. Well, there's no entrance on the other side of the road. We're gonna go up here and cross over, I believe, babe. There's a cool little bridge. They got these markings right here all the way around the trail to show you where you're at. I guess I could show you that. I got it in my hand here. Give me 1 second here. A little pamphlet for the park. I don't want to drop it in the water. And it's got the thing all the way around it. The trail and all the little thing you can keep in your pocket to know where you're at. It's kind of cool. That's a beautiful view. And just a beautiful view. Coming out of the spring where we came down the trail, and then it comes around where it was wrapping around that way, then comes back down in here on this side. Really pretty. Ain't it, babe?
Yeah. Beautiful.
That is beautiful. Look at that.
Great place to do outreach.
Yeah. We actually got to go, I'm going to turn it around a minute for both of us. Got to stop in somebody's house on the way. The Lord made this happen.
Yeah.
On the side of the road out in the middle of nowhere, and went in and got to pray for them and give them the Acts 2:38 message.
Yes.
Pray protection, safety, and provision. Just out in the middle of nowhere. The Lord be working
Only
in mysterious
the Lord.
ways. Love you, dear. Pretty cool little trail. So we're coming back down here. Gonna check out this. I think that might be some kind of little old mill or something. And it's got little name tags on the whole thing there. So just amazing little park. You could just come out here and spend the whole day if you brought your bought it. There's on the other side. We went up. We'll be on that side in a minute, some of them old structures. There's a parking lot on top of the hill with some restrooms right up there. Trails lead right up to it. And there was a playground for the kids on that side. It's really beautiful. I mean, it's worth to come to spend the day. It was only $7 per carload to get in to come see the spring. And on the other side of the road over there, right where we came in, that was the entrance back that way. They had a campground for RVs and stuff. No fishing right there on this part, so I guess all of this up here is fish sanctuary. You end up fishing over that way. They release trout. I'm gonna walk over here, babe, and get a picture. Babe, I got you on camera. You're busted. Sharing the gospel. Lots of people visit these places. Put them in the benches, and it's biodegradable paper, so it'll deteriorate after a while. One sheet of paper, you know. Anyway, Here's some more. I saw some trout in there. A lot of trout. All over in that place. I just wanted to come up because I wanted to see it. It runs where we were back up there. Actually, there's two places. It runs around. It comes through that on that side where the waterfall was that I showed you over there. You can see. And then it comes around over here too, underneath of this little cool thing. There's some trout all over in there too. See them swimming. Nice sized little trouts. There's another cool picture up here, babe. Fish sanctuary right here. This is called the Tail Race. Just beautiful. That is just so cool. Ain't it? That water's so looking so good, I just want to get a big gulp of it. That's crazy. It's running down the, wherever it's coming up the top up there, around the front, and it's coming around the, leaking down the side there too. Just amazingly beautiful. And that's the old little mill thing there, or whatever it is. We'll see on the side of it, it'll tell us over here. Pretty cool. It is the powerhouse. Employees only. That's the powerhouse. Pretty cool. There's the front of the powerhouse. Well, howdy, you can hear that water dropping. Oh Lord, there's trout everywhere in there. Look at all of them. Them some bigger ones there. Let's see if we can. Man, that's a lot of trout. Amazing, man. A lighter colored one. Check that one out.
Rainbow.
I'm in love with this place. There's trout everywhere. And we're going to cut across the other side, and then we're going to go get our quarter and maybe throw some out when those people send out a little. But we're going to cut across to the right, across the road over here. Oh, they're getting at it. Look at all those trout. All right, I want to get this on video. Go ahead, babe. She's going to act like she's mad at me, throw me in, and I'm going to stuff my pockets full of fish, and we head to the house to eat. Not really. All right, we're getting ready to cross the road. There's a few structures over here. We're not going to go all the way up the hill, but I saw a pretty cool spot over there. We could check out these old places. We might even actually look at the pamphlet to see what it was supposed to be for you, but I might actually leave that part out and just show the structures. Of course, there's signs on all of it, so I'm not really, but there's all kinds of cool little things in the rivers, all kinds of neat little stuff for your eyeballs. Babe. I'm already seeing a little nook and cranny over there to go look.
Hey, look at that tree.
Which, the bow one?
Right here.
Right? Just a beautiful day. Babe, you know I got to go look. I'm going to get a picture of this. Oh, never mind. That's just a... How did we miss the trail? Anyway. I just got to go check it out. I got the peak over here, babe. The cool under bridge structure here. It just takes you right back up to across the road or into the actual road, and the trail that goes down that side, back down by the river. Anyway, I just wanted to show you. Okay, we'll see what this sign says. I love it in the great outdoors, and these little things are cool. I'll do what I normally do. You guys can pause that and zoom it up on there. And it says, like I said, I thought it was a Ford at first, but I was completely wrong on that. Building an iron works in the Missouri Ozarks. And you can zoom up on it. That'll be the easier way to do that. Really cool information, all the stuff that was out here, all the buildings. Let me get up on that. All right, there's some kind of cool stuff here. Oh, Tim the Toolman, cool stuff here. It's a kind of old cart, maybe hauling coal or something. We'll see in a minute. Bunch of leaves. All right, let's see. I'm gonna let you pause and zoom up on that. These lintels were cast into Meramec Ironworks circa. After completion, the lintels were transported by wagon to Dinmore, the home of William James, and used on the west side to support the structure above the windows. The building was located on the grounds of the present Missouri Veterans Home. I'll get in on that a little bit better so I can get the shadow off of it. That's just too cool. I love stuff like that. Oh, cool. That's some iron. I guess that's what they're talking about, these lintels, I guess. Pretty neat. Here's a chunk of thing made out of iron. The sign's going on that one. But yeah, that's old. I need to redo that sign on that baby. And they made that too. Man, that's a big chunk of iron. A big old chunk. That was donated by somebody. Pretty cool old wagon. Wheels are gone on the front, but it's still cool. And then that there, I'm gonna take that picture. I wonder if that's like one of them old smelting pot things. I bet it is. I know it's got something all over the sign there, but anyway, that runs on those tracks, which is pretty cool. It reminds me of one of those things that they did where it had boiling whatever in it, molten stuff. And that thingy. That's pretty crazy. I don't know what they had in it, but who knows? Rock, coal. And then here's some other piece of the posts. Refinery, the Forge House. Check that out. Big chunk of old steel. All that solid steel, man. Pretty cool. The Bloomery Forge trip hammer was powered by an undershot water wheel, 12 feet in diameter, lifted by wipers attached to the water wheel shaft. The hammer beats slag and impurities, this whole giant hammer, from the pig iron. After pounding the iron into blooms, it was sent to the Anchory and Chafery forges for further refining. That's too cool. I love knives and stuff, and made a couple of my own into some things. But anyway, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, babe.
Babe, come here.
I didn't realize it, but I think that's what that is, where they burnt that coal inside of there. I didn't realize that's what these things were, that all of these are actually little forge things. That's cool. Every one of those is a forge. There's a piece of old iron on the ground there. That's too cool. I love that stuff. Every one of those is a chimney forge. I didn't realize that. That's too cool. You can see the ports in there. That's pretty neat. Another big old chunk. Then the trail goes around. I don't know if we're going to walk around the backside or if we're going to go on this inside. We might go on the inside to be a little bit shorter. Pretty cool. We're going to cross across the top of the bridge, let the people get by. We'll come around the other side. You can go downstream and fish, so fishing's down yonder. All right, just beautiful. The little walkway crosses right here. We're right by the road. Pretty cool little trail. Beautiful little walk, isn't it, dear?
Yes.
It's not up and down, and I think almost everywhere we went so far, except for the stairs, is wheelchair accessible for most places. I always like to mention that in my videos. You can see if you had the wheelchair or one of those scooter dealy thingies, you could get all along through there. And down there, of course, when you come in, I'll point up that way. That's where we came in. The main road runs right up here to the spring. They got a pavilion on top of the hill up there on that spot. There were several other pavilions around there too that I saw. And camping across the street way over there, you can see in the background. I'll let you pause that and zoom up on that. It talks about the mill race, feeding a village. The grist mill works was a staple of the community and important to area settlers. I love stuff like that, histories. We got a whole bunch of signs down here to check out. You know, I'm always talking about the Lord on my videos, so I'm going to share this with you, being as you can see my shadow right out here in front of us on the ground. Scripture says, my wife probably knows this one, he said, the Lord sticketh closer than a brother. He's a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. And so, the Lord's closer than that shadow. Inside of us, actually, when we obey the gospel. Acts 2:38, Acts 2:4, the only salvation plan in the book, and follow after him. But just beautiful right down here by the water. We're going to have to check out the old fishing regulations over here come March, and we're right at it. Talking about casting for ethics. Here we got, I'll let you pause and zoom up on all those because there's several of them, rainbow and browns. And we got here the maniac dog over there. And in the red. And we got this guy, this one here, from Fry to Fish. On this one we got how to grow a trout. I'll let you pause it and zoom up on that one. And then you got here, paying for trout. I tell you one thing, Missouri is a beautiful, awesome state. The way they keep all these trouts and streams and stuff in order and stream health. I'll let you pause it and zoom up on it again. Just immaculate. I don't know if there's a cross back over that way. There's a trail going down that way, but I don't know if I'm assuming there's a bridge down there. We can come back across the creek again. You want to give it a try, babe? There's the entrance again. I figured I'd show it. I'll zoom up on it. That's where we came in. There, the road hooks to the right over that way, and they're doing some kind of lot work or something. And then across the street back there, you can see the campers, and across the street back over yonder, there's all kinds of camping over there. There's another little mini playground right there, some old material. And there was a bigger playground up on top of the hill, back up over there where we're heading. You ready to head back across the bridge, Ma? I'm gonna pause it till we get back to the main trail and over yonder. On the way to the trail, I saw this in a tree trunk. Isn't that cool? Just growing right out of there. Life finding a way. The Lord and his miraculous things he does. I love them old cypress too.
Some roots right up there.
We'll come right by these old cypress roots. I used to live in northern Indiana, And now we live in southern Missouri. And I also lived in southern Illinois for a while. And in Mississippi. Thankful for that, getting to see all those different places. But there was a cypress, the largest cypress tree or something like that there in southern Illinois. And big old cypress. I had a picture one. I don't know if I could. I'll try to find it. But them old cypress roots always amaze me. How they poke up out of the ground like that. Kind of cool. Different. Poking right out. Like them old stalactites or stalagmites in the caves and stuff. That's what it always reminded me of. Beautiful here. Boy, howdy, there's trout out there. I just seen one jumped out the water and went after a mosquito or a bug. Come flying all the way out of the water. And we're gonna hook to the right down by the water and come around, and there's one other structure over there to get a look at. There's another pavilion over there too. You can, I believe you can reserve those. I love doing that whole pause thing, and it's like at a different angle. You're like, whoa. And then we're back on trail. Yeah, I know. Anyway, it's kind of cool. Check, I'm gonna turn around here in a minute and show you to the side, the right-hand side here. Just beautiful. Look at that old steps on the other side. Coming down to the really cool picture. I didn't even know my wife was standing behind me. Beautiful view. They ain't got no guardrail here. And if you're trying to take a video and looking around, looking at that water swirling while you're walking, I guarantee you, I bet there's been more than a couple of people accidentally or on purpose fell into that beautiful crystal clear water, especially on a 90-degree day. I don't know if they allow you to get in the water down here in the summer, but boy howdy, if you park back up there and had you some water pants on and come down in here, I don't know, I had to look at the regulations on that, but pretty cool. The mosquitoes are up. It's what temperature is it today, babe? About 70 or 72 here in southern Missouri today. Almost, was it like the 26th, 27th? Boy, howdy, there was I believe that was a kingfisher. I didn't get it on camera. It was down there on the far left, right at the corner. It flew up on the tree. There's another one on the other side. It's either a kingfisher or a blue jay. I couldn't tell from that far away. We'll see if I can see it when I get down there a little bit closer. I love that. They call that watercress, I believe it is, growing. You can eat that if I'm not mistaken. One of them. It grows all over in these springs. That bright green stuff. And so I was saying it being 70 degrees. It's all those bugs, whatever they are, hatching out. There he was. If I could get him. There he went, right over there. I think right where there he went. See him? I believe that's the kingfisher. I'm almost positive. I can't get, that's as far as I can zoom up on him. Look at him, babe. I wish he would fly toward me. That's a kingfisher, I'm almost positive. You see him, dear? I'm aiming straight at him across there. I zoomed full zoom to see where he goes. Man, I wish I could get a little bit more zoomy on him. I unzoomed just a hair, but you can still see him. I don't know then if you can zoom up a hair. Sometimes you can do that. I wish he would fly this way so you can see him. Different angle, same bird. I came up just a little. He's playing hide and seek with us. But at least you got to see him over there. I'm sorry I can't get any closer. That's all the way, power zoom all the way up. He just did a little thing with his head there. There's a bird singing us a song. Trail that goes right here by the river. It's just so beautiful little spot down through here. It really only takes a half hour to go through the whole thing, but we were just taking our time, taking pictures, and just taking and walking real slow. The pavilion over there. That kingfisher is still sitting over there in that tree branch to the right. I think he had a nest out here on this little mini island or something, because he was just sitting there making noises like wanting us to get out the way, and that's where I saw him first, and he flew across the bank over there. And I'm guessing now here's where everybody fishes whenever it's fishing. It opens in March. I think they said March 1st. So it'll be packed over here then usually, or pretty much all the places probably. I'll aim back up there for that far little mini waterfall coming over there. Bet there's a couple trout hanging out in front of that. One last shot at the kingfisher. He's right there on that branch still. He's looking right at me. He knows he's on camera. See his head? See his big old beak sticking out there? There he's moving. Pretty cool birds. Just seen a little bluegill take off the bank. We're coming around the corner here now. We'll know next time because I'm sure we might come back. This is a beautiful little place. All kinds of rocks and just amazing. Big old parking lot. There must be a lot of fishermen, and I guess there's a lot of hiking trails and stuff out here too, out through the yonder woods and whatnot. Excuse me. Oh, there's nice. Look at that. Boy, howdy. Get on him, sorry. That's not a trout. That's like them sucker fish. Look at them. Man, them some big ones too. Yeah, that's those different ones. I don't know if you can eat those babies or not. Pretty nice size. I like fish. If you can't tell. I love to eat fish. That's one of my favorite groups. We're coming up to another little mini pool up here. There's some more of them taking off. My wife keeps threatening to throw me in the water because she wants to get a hold of one of them rocks out there. Not in a bad way. If it was about 15 degrees warmer, I'd probably welcome it. There goes another. That's a trout there. Pretty cool. Man, this thing goes a long ways. Are we going to go down around it and come back up? Or are we cutting through here, dear? I'm going to go down this way a little bit. Another beautiful little stream. Rippled water, mini waterfall there. Fish jumping out there. I haven't been around here. I know there's a trail on the other side, and I think this goes all the way down and cuts around the road. We'll see. I'm getting ready to see here in a minute when we get to this corner. Yeah, it goes down quite a ways. But I'm quite certain that's what it does. All the way down the whole edge here. I'll go down a little bit. There's another little bench. There's a pavilion on top of the hill, and there's a playground up there for the kids too. Little squirrel sitting up there. Where'd he go? There he is. Like I can't see the sunshine in my eyes. Sorry about that. To the old dizzy vision. But boy howdy, oh there's trouts. This is where they allow them people to fish, and they let some come through down here. Just beautiful. I'm gonna have to come back here and bring my dog. I mean, this is just beautiful. I'm gonna walk to this peat chunk on the corner anyway and head back. There's another building down there. I can see the roof through the woods on the right. And it sounds like a waterfall. I can hear it and see fish jumping actually out of the water. Down there about 70 yards. Or more like 85 or 90, but I love walking. Good exercise. Here's some, I don't know, this is its own spring by itself coming out here. Two little spots there coming out from under the cliff here. How cool is that, right by the trail? More water coming out. That's too cool. And boy howdy, I could just go and go and go. But the wife's back there, and I'm gonna head back to her because we're gonna cut, but I wanted to show you. It goes up the hill. That's all wheelchair accessible, as long as you got somebody that's got some good arms to get you up. And then the trail goes down that side, all the way down there, and I'll zoom up. Little mini waterfallish right there. Little drop, whatever you want to call it. And some kind of a structure. I don't know, maybe it's restrooms possibly. I don't really know. I really want to go check it out, but I'd have to, you could actually, the easier way to check that to be driving the parking lot on that side, that's a parking lot, come around there where we were showing earlier at the beginning of this trail, and then you could walk it, it'd be a shorter walk. But the wife's wanting to head back up to the edge over yonder. And so we're gonna go back up and check that other piece, and I don't even know what time it is. So I came back up. We're gonna head to the right here in a second, but there's benches all down through here because the people fish. You can walk right out in the middle of that. It's not that deep, and it's got a rock bottom, so it ain't silty and soggy. And as you can see, huge parking lot over there. You can walk down that way. But we're gonna cut across through here over by for the old bridge pilings. There's some kind of deal on top of there. So we're gonna cut across this little spot. Some kind of bird up there. I don't see him. There went another one. Look, woodpecker. If I can get, oh, he just flew off. This is one of them woodpeckers. My wife doesn't know it because I love her. I found some old rock laying in the trail out here. I'm gonna give it to her because I love her. All right, that little trail led us over to here. I don't know if you can drive down here. I'm thinking yeah, that goes back there. You can see the playground stuff. They got a basketball net up there and some playground equipment. You want to walk up that way, dear? Or oh, a squirrel? Yeah, we got a wild. If I can get on him this time. There he is. He's digging for something. If we don't make it back, you know we went down it by attack by a squirrel.
He's been digging all over here for nuts, you can see.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. I was talking about from the top. The furnace stack, man. They used to burn that stuff in here, get a big old coal fire going and whatnot. And for that iron, that is crazy cool. Furnace stack. That's crazy, isn't it? Casting arch. Wow, that's just too cool. Meramec Iron Works. I'll let you pause it and zoom up on the sign. In 1829. That's pretty cool. Really cool. We're gonna go sneak around back behind there. Pretty neat. Let's sneak around, babe. I don't know what the difference is or what all that means with the different tire and all that different stuff. But we're gonna see here. Oh. Pretty cool little thing here. Oh wow, that's old. Oh. Pretty neat. I do believe we might go over and feed those fish once, but I don't know that I'll get that on the video because we already been on here for a long time, almost an hour. Got anything to say about the Lord, babe? What is this? Wild tomatoes? Boy, howdy, I'm hungry enough I could almost eat one of them, but we don't know where they came from. But we're going to cut back across the road. Yeah, just a beautiful. I hope you enjoyed all the scenery and everything. Stairs go up. Like I said, there's another pavilion. There's a restrooms up there and another stairs on top. Oh, what, dear?
All the holes from the squirrels.
And there's some kind of, I don't know if that was water maybe they had in that. I really don't know if it was part of the old smokestack or what, but I'll throw a link in the description as I always do for the video. If you haven't by now on there, please like and subscribe. And we're always doing outdoor adventures and outreach, sharing the word of the Lord and doing different things. You got anything to say, babe?
God is good. Keep him first and you'll never be last.
Come on now. And I think we're going to get off of here. And we want some privacy to feed the fish together. So God bless you. Hope you enjoyed the video today.